last time we ended when you were talking about the truth, and I would like to hear from you. Like, do you think that you can ever discover the truth?
Yeah. Why not?
Well, of course it depends what we're talking about. So the truth in on what topic? Because there's different truths, of course.
Yeah. There's definitely always a lot of different variations on what I guess you could say. No. I don't want to go down that road. No, I think there is, like we have talked about before, with there's a lot of, taste in. I mean, there's a lot of different opinions on. I mean, you like this thing and I like this thing. So it's a matter of taste and a matter of culture and where you're coming from, what you're used to. That something can be like truth for you, but there is when it all boils down to that there can only be one truth in every matter. Say like we talked about with the Israel-Palestinian conflict. Yeah. You have two parties here who are equally intelligent, equally in lots of things. They have. They're talking about the same situation, but they disagree about the historical facts, and that's what I mean on the truth thing. That you cannot. When you're talking about historical facts, there can only be one truth. You can, either it happened, something happened in this year or in this year, or either it was, so.
But can we still discover it? The real truth? That's a bit the question that I...
okay, I see. Well, in order to, if somebody is covering up the truth, if somebody is lying, at least that person who is lying will know the truth, because then they know that they're hiding it. I think it's about getting to the bottom of things.
Yeah.
Like with history, like we talked about before, that I've been so mad when I figured out that things that I learned in school was actually not true. Yeah. That people have deliberately covered up stuff because they don't want me to know certain things. Yeah. Like what media is doing every day.
Some media.
And and that's again, internet. I mean, I love internet, and that's where you can do your own research and actually you can get to other sources. Like back in the day when when the Catholic Church, the Bible was in Latin, and then most people couldn't even read, and they could probably definitely not read Latin.
Yeah.
So the Catholic Church back then would, I'm sure that the priest could just say whatever when they were in church, because people could not check if what he said was actually from the Bible.
Yeah.
So I'm sure that a lot of people back in the day took advantage of that and benefited themselves from deliberately spreading disinformation. And I think that's exactly what's going on now. But today with the internet, you can actually go and check historical facts. You can actually go in, just Google something. You get, 100 different viewpoints on things.
Yeah. And
then you have to make up your own mind. Who do I want to trust? Who's telling the truth here? And I think that's very important, that people actually just stop believing everything you hear.
Yeah. But, and I don't want to offend you, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
You believe in the Bible, right?
Mm-hmm.
How can you know that the Bible that you read, even the first one, how can you know that is?
No, that's a faith thing, that I choose to believe that the Bible is, the real truth.
Yeah.
I cannot prove that. I can, in a way, prove that the Bible is written by somebody who is not of this world, somebody who is not relating to time and space as we it's hard to explain. There are things. There are so many prophecies and so many things written in the Bible. The Bible is full of prophecies. I don't know how many there are, but like hundreds of them. And so whoever wrote this book has to be from outside our time dimension, because it's simply not possible to do it otherwise. So you can prove that the Bible is very special and not like any other book there is. But can you prove that it's the real truth? I'm not sure. Or maybe not. You have to choose, and that's where the whole faith thing comes in, that you choose to believe that what you read is true. So, yeah.
Do you use it as a guide for your life, or on how to behave, or how do you actually use the Bible?
The Bible is like taking. The Bible's not just a book; it's like a magic book that is alive. There's the only book that we have that is alive. It's like taking a vitamin. It probably sounds very crazy, but the way I look at it is like when you read the Bible, it's like taking a vitamin that you really need. And maybe you read something and you don't even understand most of what it says. You read a chapter here and you sit down and try to meditate on the word, as the Bible says that you should do. You should meditate on the words. And sometimes, often, I read something, I read lots of things that I just simply don't get it. I don't understand what is this about? But it's like taking a vitamin. It changes something inside you, and it leaves little clues here and there. It's like it builds you up in a way. And then later, maybe next week or a year later or whatever, you come up in a situation where you can, oh wow, that's what I read a year ago. Okay, so this is what it means. And also what is so cool is that those things can have so many different meanings, but it can apply to so many different situations. Because it is a magic book. It's not, it's quite harsh to explain it, but it is, that is one of the proofs to me that it's not, a lot of people are saying that, oh, it's just written by humans and therefore it can't be perfect because humans aren't perfect. And but the thing is about the Bible is that it's inspired by God. Yes, it was human beings who sat down and actually physically wrote it, but what was written down was inspired and cross-checked by God Himself. And it says in the Bible that God will preserve His words and His word until forever. So even though there's a lot of translations, obviously the English Bible, they didn't speak English back in the day when the Bible was written. Yeah. So there's been a lot of translations also into the Norwegian Bible that I read. So not everything in the Bible is like, there are little things here and there that has been over the years translated a bit wrong, also because the language has changed so much over the years. I saw an interview with a guy talking about this the other day, and he said like an example, just like the word gay. Back like 20 years ago, gay was, or 30 maybe, it meant to be happy. Now it means something totally different. So it's the same in Norwegian language. A lot of words change all the time. So you have to always, when you read, to think of, okay, what did gay mean back then, you know? So you have to, and therefore there's a lot of new versions coming out of the Bible where they try to make it sound a bit more modern in a new modern language, and that's a bit difficult. You know, it's not very good because then a lot of the important parts are mistranslated. So, but still, the Bible is the message is so powerful. So every translation will work in a way, but the more you get back to the source or sources, then the more real it is.
Let's talk about something real. And I'm going to be very, no mask at all now, so I'm being very, very vulnerable here. But the way that I see people, and it's very funny because I think we have the same view on the world, but we just put a different focus on it. And I focus really on the people, on the person. And the way that in my head people are at the base, they are caring and they are actually able to really love without all the stupid surrounding crap. But every day I see people who are doing their best to prove me otherwise, and I'm having a very hard time deciding if I'm wrong or if I should hang on to my basic idea, because I know a lot of people are like me and do genuinely care. But I'm actually asking your opinion if I have to go give up on everything.
No, I don't think you should give up on anything. It's very you're doing your thing and you're fighting your cause, and I think you should do that. I think that's a great thing. And you care, and to care about other people is an extremely Christian thing to do. That's what the Bible tells us to do, you know. So you know, it says to love other people the way you love yourself. That's, you know, one of your second most important commandment there.
Why have people forgotten?
Because we are moving away from the truth. Moving by explanation. Because that is the truth. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to care. You know, if everybody cared, if everybody loved each other like they love themselves, then we wouldn't have a single problem here.
Why is it so? I don't understand why it's so difficult.
Because we're moving away from how it was intended to be. The way I look at it, God created this planet and for us to, you know, have a good time and really enjoy life. There's so many. It's such a fantastic planet, and life is just so amazing. And if we just followed the rules that are in the Bible, then things would have been so much easier. But according to the Bible, the first thing that happened, you know, Adam and Eve, and they ate the fruit, and they disobeyed right away. And ever since, you had, you know, the fall of man, and ever since it has gone in the wrong direction. So God wanted it to be like in this direction, but from very early on, when the earth, I don't know when that happened with the fruit thing, but it was maybe after a few hundred years, I don't know. We started to go on the wrong course, and now it's just getting worse and worse. We're getting further and further away from what it was supposed to be like. And I think that we all, inside our hearts, carry a longing to how it should have been. And I think that we all, I mean, maybe not all, but what I would consider good people are, they really would want it to be the way that it was supposed to be. But then you have, you know, with all of Satan's features like pride and you know, power, egoism, and all those things, the more you follow what he's about, the further you get away from what it was supposed to be like. And I think that's exactly that. And I also have this longing, as like what you say, that you wish that this was just a better place, and you want to the big difference between you and me is that you want to change things here. I also want that, but at the same time, I know that it's not going to work because I believe in the Bible, and the Bible it says that it's going to get worse and worse and worse. Like birth pains is the what is used to describe it, until everything collapses, and then Christ is coming back, and He's gonna, and we're gonna have a world the way God meant it to be. So
suppose that's true.
Okay.
No, but I mean, if God intends us to care about each other and love each other, then even when times are bad, we're supposed to do that, right? So we are supposed to save the world, right?
Absolutely. We're not supposed to save the world because that's his job, but we're supposed to care about each other and supposed to do exactly what we're doing now, talking about these things. And like right now I'm telling you a lot of things the way I look at it, like straight from the Bible. I could maybe I'm misinterpreting some things, but I understand, I understand Jesus' message very well. Maybe I'm a little wrong here and wrong there, and maybe I didn't get it all, but the basic concept I understand totally. And that's when I'm telling this to you, I'm doing what I've been told, because that's what the Bible tells us to do, that I'm supposed to tell this to people. And another thing that the Bible tells you to do is to care about people and trying to make things better by respecting and loving other people as much as you love yourself. And that's what you're doing. So we're actually sitting here doing exactly what the Bible tells us to do. And a proof is that we're actually having a good time, and we're growing, both of us, and we're probably, I'm sure this is going to end up on the internet and mean something to somebody, hopefully. So we're doing the right thing, and so that's, in my world, a proof that what the Bible says is true.
I understand. I do understand. I'm still looking, because I won't explain my whole history here, but I had a hard time believing that there even was a God or something, but now I am changing. I'm seeing that in myself, and what is getting to me is I want to hear all opinions, and it's frustrating to see people getting angry.
Oh yeah.
Just because you talk about something that could be possible.
Yep. I have that all the time. People get angry with me for having my opinions.
Yeah.
And which is actually also proof to me that I'm on the right track. Because when I talk about Christianity to people, so many people get right away angry and just I don't want to hear it, whatever, idiot, If I had been a Buddhist or something, and I was telling about my whatever, I'm very sure that people wouldn't react that way. Or if I was into whatever New Age thing or whatever, I'm very sure that people would get mad at me for my viewpoints. But I'm not sure about this. It's just how I feel. That there is, maybe it's just because it's so personal to me that I easily, I'm on the alert. Very, I don't know. But I think what you say about check out what everybody is saying. What is the Quran saying? What are the New Age alien UFO people saying? What are the whatever theosophists saying? And just check out everything and then what will work for me. And I think if you have an open mind and an open heart, and you're really searching, it says in the Bible that if you search you will find. And I wish more people, did some more searching, and just not accept everything they hear all the time. So I'm sure that if you honestly are searching for the truth with whatever religions and so on, and you check out what everybody has to say, and then sit there and judge, okay, what is real here? Then the Bible says that if you search, then you'll find. So I'm very sure that you're gonna find the truth if you're honest, and if you're looking with an open-minded heart, and then you're gonna find out that Christianity, by far makes way more sense than any other religion there is. Of course, I'm saying that because I'm a Christian myself. But what is very, very important, though, is that the world and other religions and so on has tried to slander Christianity for years. I mean, even Hitler had, Gott mit uns on their belts. Hitler was trying to portray himself as a Christian many times. And I mean, he's so far away from Christianity that it is unbelievable. And even what the Catholic Church has been doing, there's so much totally non-Christian things about that religion. It's unbelievable. Yeah. So what is very important to do is to figure out, okay, what is true Christianity? Because we have been told, we all have a picture of what Christianity is. And the Christianity that I have, which I think is the true Christianity, is very, very far away from what normal people think of as what Christianity is. Yeah. A lot of, if I talk to people about Christianity, they will, burning witches on stakes and all these crazy things that might used to happen, but you never heard. Jesus was never out doing anything like that, and his true followers were never out doing that. They never did anything bad. They were just good. They were just good people. So a lot of people have done awful things in the name of religion and in the name of Christianity. But I think that's a whole conspiracy that people have been doing this to slander and to destroy the Christian reputation. Yeah. So they have calling themselves Christians, doing this and this and that, but it's like George Bush when they go to whatever Iraq or Afghanistan or whatever and kill children every day, and he says that he's a Christian, and America is supposedly a Christian nation. That has nothing to do with Christianity to kill babies. Yeah. Nothing whatsoever. It's the most non-Christian thing you can do. So the rest of the world will sit there, okay, so the Christians are, I'm just thinking about if I was a Muslim or if I was a Hindu or whatever, and I look at TV and I see George Bush saying, okay, I'm a Christian, I believe in Christ, I'm born again and all these things. And all right, now we call it the airstrike. And I would think that Christianity was like the craziest, worst religion on the planet. I would totally hate it. And I think that is planned this way for people to think so and cover up what Christianity really is. So if you go dig into the Bible and look at the sources that I've been looking at, then you realize that, wow, this has nothing to do with Christianity. I was in Jerusalem a while back with a friend, and we were playing down there, and this very good friend of mine, he took me for this trip around Jerusalem. We saw all the Catholic sites there, and we ended up at this Via Dolorosa, as it's called, where it's all the way from where Jesus got when he was in the court with Pontius Pilate, and then there's like little posts all the way until to his tomb. So you see like Via Dolorosa it's called. And when we ended up at the last one, which is supposedly his grave, it's like this Catholic shrine thing, with like gold everywhere, and it was like, and he's Jewish, this guy that I'm talking about, so he obviously I think he respects Jesus, but he's definitely not Christian, put it that way. So we were in there, and you saw all these Catholic people, you know, lying on the floor, praying and going nuts in there. And he was just like, I can't go in there. And I was like, me neither. And he was like totally freaking out. What? Isn't this your religion? And I'm like, no, not really. This is not really what I call Christianity.
Yeah.
And he was like, he was amazed with that. Then we went to this other pit, because there's another tomb just outside the gate, the Jerusalem gate, where Christians like me, or like my kind of Christianity, believe that the real tomb of Jesus Christ was. And we went out there, and it was like totally peaceful, and I even sat inside the grave. And it was just a fantastic experience, and then it was like everything was very humble. It was just in this garden, like this like vineyard garden thing. No gold, no diamonds, no big statues, no nothing. Just very chill, and it was like I'm very sure this is the real place and not the place that we were at earlier. So, but how can you prove that? But a lot of people think of that Christianity is something that it's not at all, and just like a lot of people think that America is something that it's not really. You know, America used to be a Christian nation, but I mean, what's Christian about it now? I mean, on their money, you know, in God we trust.
It's all
That's
fake.
very close to what the belt buckles of the Third Reich said, you know.
Yeah.
So it's just, I don't know. I love America, and I think I love what America was built on, and I love the American people, and they're, you know, I love what America used to be, what it has become. I'm not too crazy about it, but you still have a lot of good things in there. You have a lot of, you know, great people, and so we're going over there now to tour next month. I'm looking forward to that. So
People can check you out then, because I think we almost have to leave.
yeah, there's somebody knocking on the door again. So.
Okay. Stephan, thank you so much.
Good talking again.
Yeah. You too.
Okay. Thank you.